welcome back to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am always your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and always joined by Mr.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus is in the building.
Are you choking?
Oh, Santa Claus. Lay off.
All right. We got Santa Claus today. Santa Claus is in the building. All right. So thank you all for watching. You all know that this is a wonderful episode with lots of news and information about cannabis, about your health and wellness, and about your credit topic and how to get money in the cannabis industry. This show's topic is our president for the reform of legalization of cannabis? What do you guys think? All right, so we want you all to give us a call, and Mr. Hens, Santa Claus, is going to tell you all the outlets to watch the show.
Well, if you've been nice, you paid your internet bill. So you can watch it on the internet. StatusNetwork.net in toolbar. 470-251-4647. And I might be in the workshop with my elves, but if you call that number, wish me a Merry Christmas. Instagram, Facebook, ManifestTV.status. Twitter, status_network_. Amazon Fire Stick and Roku, Status Network. Manifest TV, YouTube, Manifest TV. You watch us between 5 and 6. If you've been on the naughty list, you don't have internet access.
All right, Ms. Henderson, Santa Claus. I'm sorry, y'all. Santa Claus today. All right. So thank you for sharing the outlets to watch the show. So we do want you to give us a call if you have an opinion about what our president is doing for or against cannabis. And we really want to hear from you because cannabis is a really big topic going into the new year.
It's a big topic at the North Pole, too.
So what are they seeing at the North Pole about cannabis?
Light that shit. Smoke that shit. Pass that shit.
Really? Yes, I believe it.
It's legal in the North Pole.
It's legal. I believe it's
Santa
legal.
Claus.
Okay. So, you got to have your medication, and this is what this is all about. So we have some information on how you can get your medical card for only $39, and we're getting it. We're getting it done so that you can order your cannabis from us online, and it'll be shipped to your dwelling, and you can indulge in your medications and treat your body the way that you deem fit, not no one else, not someone who does not know or know. So long as you have the recommendation by one of our doctors, and again it's $39, and you have a teleconference or a telemedical visit, and you are able to see your doctor by your telemedical because of COVID and things like that right now. And that is also in the state of California. So you are in the state of California or not in the state of California, we have that medical card for you. So we'll give you that information. And if you want to call in and ask a question, you can do so. Again, Mr. Henderson, Mr. Santa Claus Henderson, what is that number again?
470-251-4647.
Right. And based upon the California's rules, there's a couple of qualifying conditions, way more than Georgia. The main ones are, your epilepsy, your chronic pain. So if you've been injured in a car accident, before you call Bethune.
After you call Bethune. Call the doctors that get you into.
Call the doctors, right. And we have a list of those doctors, and we're going to pull those up, a list of the providers who provide the holistic wellness, which I call holistic wellness. Your cannabis doctors or providers listed. All right. So those are some tips, and I'm going to give you guys later. Those about the metabolic boosters for everyone, and we're going to talk about those a little bit later, but we do have a provider list, and we can bring that up later. And I can just tell you, actually, I have it here with me. It's the HelloMD.com. It's the NugMed, or NUGGMD.com. It's MMJ Doctor online.com, and then there's getmedicalcardnow.com, and there's the getnug.com. Now getnug.com is only $39. Okay, so if you want to get a medical card, contact getnugg.com and schedule your appointment to get your evaluation for your medical cannabis card. They're going to ask you some questions, and if you have a diagnosis, you send that right over. Again, this is telemed, so this is all over the internet, and you get to see the qualifying doctor and get your card sent straight to you.
Or you can put it on your Christmas list.
All right, so yes, this is a Christmas present from none other than Santa Claus, making sure that you guys get your medications before Christmas, because we all know we're going to be around, friends and family. And again, just staying safe for the holiday, remembering the reason for the season, right? So the reason for the season, everybody knows, family gathering, the star, the birth of Christ, all of that good stuff. Hanukkah was another holiday that happens this month, and Kwanzaa is happening next Sunday is the beginning of Kwanzaa. So we want to shout out to all of our Kwanzans who celebrate Kwanzaa and how the candles represent different things. The first day, which is going to represent unity, and so forth. We'll talk about that on our following next show. All right, so back to the online doctors or online providers. We have 420 evaluationsonline.com, and we have weedrex.com, which is weedrecs.com. We have prestodoctor.com. We have mmjherb.com. We have mmjdoctor.com. And so for more information and to receive a medical cannabis card, yes, your Christmas present. All right, this is from us over here at the Holistic Cannabis Show, right? All of these doctors and providers online who can get you your card. And again, the $39 doctor is getnug.com. That is getnugg.com. And you have a qualifying conditions. I'm sure you have one. Okay, so if you're unsure about that, what's the number to call us and ask?
470-251-4647.
That's right.
Or you can call us at the North Pole, 888-959-2093.
All right, so you all know we have a wonderful, wonderful week. We had toys that we gave away. We had a cook-off cooking session. So if you guys missed it, Mr. Santa Claus represented the Holistic Cannabis Show with all the kiddos in the neighborhood. And then on Wednesday, we had a wonderful opportunity to feature artists at our location. His name was Salvation with an X. All right. Salvation is a youngster who is motivated in doing all kind of music. You can find him on YouTube at SALVIX. ION, Salvation. All right, and then we had Chef Ace, which was the Astro Culinary was wonderful. All right, so there was some wonderful infused chicken and waffles, and so we had a taste off. So if you all missed that, go over to I believe it was on live on
from missing no food.
Right, we didn't miss any food. It was a lot of people there. We were excited to have featured artists. We had the showcase with the food, the tasting contest. So we're gonna infuse that or include that into our show every week, you guys. You're gonna love that because you don't want to come out live and get a chance to taste the food. The cooking is so good. We're gonna have guest chefs every month. So we have this month was the Chef Ace, and so next month we're looking for a chef. So if you are a chef and you like infused or not, cannabis CBD or not, we have cards. So that's not gonna be a situation. Everybody pay their $39 and get their card and come up in the building, and we ain't scared. All right. So thing is, we would like for you to showcase your food and cooking on our show, and if you be interested in doing that, please give us a call, and our number to be reached is
470-251-4647
or
888-959-2093.
That's right. Big shouts out to the churches who are helping us to break the stigma, okay? So there's so much going on, and so many people who are against shaming people who want to take cannabis and use cannabis as medicine versus the other things. And so we want to shout you out. We want to thank God for you guys for just understanding and being aware and learning, because education is important. You know, the Bible does say without knowledge we perish. So we want to make sure that we're all getting the correct knowledge and understanding. And so we have our holistic cannabis health coaches, and they are excited to be able to join the industry and to teach coaching to those who are first-time users of cannabis, and to walk you through the steps so that you don't have a bad experience, a negative experience, drive or operate heavy machinery, or do anything that will cause you to have a negative experience with cannabis and so forth. And making sure you take your sativas for the day, your indicas for what?
Indicas for the silent night.
There you go, for the silent nights, all right? And so we also want to shout out our December birthdays. We have a lot of December birthdays, you guys. So if we didn't shout you out last show, we want to shout you out this show. And we also found out that we have Country Wayne is also one of our birthdays for December.
December naughty list participant.
There you go. And of course, they have to be comedians, because that's what we are. We're comedians. All right, and then we have another wonderful.
I would like to say happy birthday to my sister.
There you go.
Who managed to get on both the nice and the naughty list.
Big shouts out to Temptation. She was a wonderful guest of 422 Lit radio station. So we want to shout you out, Miss Lady. Also, my mom's birthday is on the 22nd. So big happy birthday to my mama. Happy birthday to you. And then we have some wonderful things also that we want to talk about. We have a commercial video about talking about how to infuse your cookies. So we're gonna watch this quick video on
make sure y'all have plenty of those for me.
making sure you have cookies for Santa, the good ones that he likes.
And I'm Chelsea Miles.
And together, we will take you miles away from sadness
into the realm of calmness and joy. In case you don't know,
we make delicious recipes infused with a magic ingredient.
Cannabis. Don't worry if you cannot smoke your cannabis. Follow our videos and cook your food infused with marijuana.
We are here to make a bold statement that anyone can be a chef. Our easy recipes will not only fulfill your hunger pangs, but they will also give a dose of happiness by taking it at cloud 9.
And the great part is that you don't have to worry about overdosing.
Visit our website and calculate the daily dose of your edibles.
Happiness has never been this delicious before.
We are on a mission to take your lifestyle to a different level because
Cannacook.com, we're striving to make lives healthy, spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Hey everybody, it's Chris and Chelsea here from Cannacook.com.
Hey everybody.
Hey, welcome back to season 2. It is almost Christmas time.
Yes,
what are we doing?
Excited. So today, since it is almost Christmas, we're going to show you guys how to do cannabis-infused Christmas sugar cookies.
Yum.
I'm so excited because I know it's his favorite cookie that I make.
It is. I love sugar cookies. It is absolutely my most. I love this time of year, you know?
Yeah, it's just so fun. We're both really big into Christmas.
Absolutely. So stick around and stay tuned.
For this recipe, you will need 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using, as always, this Himalayan pink sea salt, but you can use any type of salt that you'd like. 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of white sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of milk. I'm using almond milk, but you can use whatever type you'd like. You also need either a hand mixer or a stand mixer, a rolling pin, and Christmas cookie cutters. They don't have to be Christmas cookie cutters, but these are so cute. These are the ones I'm going to be using. I got them off of Amazon, and I will link them below. The first thing we want to do is get our 3 cups of flour added into a mixing bowl, along with our baking powder and salt, and we're just going to mix it up. We've got that mixed together, so we're just going to get that set aside, get a new bowl, add our 1 cup of sugar, along with our 1 cup of peanut butter. And then we're just going to use the stand mixer to get it all mixed up. We want the consistency to be fluffy and a light color, so you may have to mix for a minute or 2. So now I've got my 2 teaspoons of milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Get those added in. And then we've got our 1 egg. We're gonna get this added in and mix again. This is what our mixture is looking like. So just take a spatula, do this down the side of your bowl to help get the product back in the middle. Next, we are going to start adding our flour mixture in. It is 3 cups of flour, so that's quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is just add in a little at a time, mixing in between. This is what our dough is looking like. So now I am going to get it in plastic wrap, shape it in the form of a disc, and stick it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. And here is the dough. I've got it all wrapped up in plastic wrap and in the shape of a disc. So now I'm just sticking this in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Our dough was in the refrigerator for 1 hour. I'm going to get it unwrapped, get the work surface floured, and then we're going to get our dough rolled out to 1/8 of an inch. I've got my workspace floured. I don't know if I floured enough room or not. We're going to see. So now I'm just going to get this rolled out. I've got my dough rolled out as best as I could. Anytime I roll dough out, I can never get it in a pretty perfect circle, but that's okay. The cookies are going to taste the same.
It looks like a continent, or maybe a country. I think it's Australia. You made Australia. Big shout out, Australians.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oh my goodness. So now, goodness. Now we've got all of the dough rolled, so we're just gonna place our cookie cutters and get the shapes cut out. Any excess dough, just roll back into a ball, re-roll out again, and do the same thing all over. Also, get 2 baking sheets lined with parchment paper. So once you get your cookie shape cut out, just place it on your parchment paper lined baking sheet. I've got all of my cookies cut out, so now I'm just gonna re-roll all of this dough and make more cookies with it. We've got all of our cookies cut out and on our baking sheets. I did have to grab a third baking sheet because I ran out of room on these two for all of the cookies. So just a heads up, you may need a third baking sheet. Get these stuck in the freezer for 10 minutes and get your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Do not skip the step of adding them into your freezer because it'll really help them hold their shape while they're baking. So get these in the freezer for 10 minutes and your oven preheated to 350. The cookies sat in the freezer for 10 minutes. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So now we're gonna bake these for 7 to 10 minutes or until they are a nice golden brown color.
They're so pretty.
They are pretty, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here are the cookies. They ended up baking for a total of 9 minutes on each tray. They turned out so good. They're so cute. I love these little shapes. You can leave them like this or you can decorate them with frosting. I'll include my buttercream frosting instructions on the post on Canna Cook, so if you want to make your own, you can go find that. I did get some frosting, colored frosting from Walmart. I thought it would be fun to try to decorate some cookies, but let me tell you, it is not my thing. This poor little gingerbread man looks kind of upset. But now you've got yourself some really, really simple and really, really delicious cannabis-infused Christmas cookies. Enjoy! Hey everybody, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to visit our website, cannacook.com, and also download our apps available on Apple and Android. I want to give a shout out real quick to CannaLink24. It's a social media network platform for cannabis users. I personally am over there now. We've got a Canna Cook group over there. We've got other groups over there right now. So you can download that. You can do all kinds of things like video calling on it. So check it out. And that way.
Infused cookies, yummy.
Cookies looked good.
They looked good. And then we're also able to, just teach people how infusing your foods or your medicine with your foods can be a beneficial thing for your health. All right, so we have some artificial sweeteners and some things that you can use that are substitutes for those artificial sweeteners. You saw that she used almond milk as an artificial, as a substitute, not an artificial substitute, but a substitute for the cannabis cookies and so forth. You can use that. Mr. Henderson, we want to shout out all of our sponsors today. We also want to shout out to Mr. Dr. James Jones and just working out in the community. Miss Jill Lindsay for working out in the community, helping all the families this month and these past couple of weeks. We've been busy, right? Santa Claus, Mr. Henderson and I have been busy working in the community, and we just want to shout out Lisa Montgomery for working in the community, helping all of these children. We're still on tour. We still have lots of kids to help. We also now have a partnership with Mr. Dunbar Bay with the LED 360, helping youth between the ages of 4 and 24 with scholarships. So with money to be able to perform in their department like athletics, band. There's also, I believe he said orchestra and other, just electives or things that students and kids can do to stay out of trouble, and they'll pay you. So there's scholarships available, and I believe the scholarships go up to $1,500. So I'll have that link for you, or you may call us at 1-888-959-2093. And just on the topic with the president, finding out if the president is really for or against cannabis is what the topic is about. Why is it that he has not legalized this thing federally, but we have COVID rising, the Omicron variant, people mandating the vaccines and things like that? So there's a report that we're looking at says that the majority of cannabis CFOs think that Biden does not support cannabis. So, like I said, the story goes that most financial leaders in cannabis don't trust the Biden administration. New data suggests December 14th, Green Growth CPAs announced the cannabis industry's first 2021 cannabis CFO survey. A 22-page analysis containing business and market industry or market outlook data from over 75 cannabis industry CFOs and CEOs, founders, controllers, and other financial roles in 20 markets across the United States. The report showed a lack of confidence about commitment on federal cannabis reform from President Joe Biden's administration. All right, so, and it provided some fascinating details of how people in financial roles in the cannabis industry differ in opinion from members of other industry sectors. All right, so financial leaders were asked about their perspective on the cannabis business environment. All right, progress recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and outlook on raising capital and assessing the potential impact of the Biden's administration. The answers were volunteered by financial leaders throughout the cannabis ecosystem. Green Growth CPA's Chief Marketing Officer, Christopher Lenz, told High Times, "We sent emails to our internal distribution list, over 40,000, mix of clients, prospects, and folks who signed up for the newsletter, posted on social media, and conducted personal outreach to industry partners who also shared within their networks." All right, so notably, over 62% of respondents doubted support from the Biden administration. All right, specifically, President Biden doesn't have a great track record on cannabis. All right, so like most other members of the silent generation, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki reaffirmed last July that President Joe Biden opposes cannabis legalization, putting him at odds with top Democrats such as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Cory Booker. Green Growth CPAs provided 4 highlights from the 2021 Cannabis CFO survey. All right, so 70.2% of cannabis operators feel the cannabis business environment is improving, but only 28% of cultivators agree. Only 28%. All right, and then 18.2% of operators are stronger financially today than before the COVID-19 pandemic. And then 79.2% of operators are planning to raise capital. 19.5% through an IPO, RTO, go public transportation. 62.4% don't think the Biden administration support cannabis, and 41.6% think we are 5+ years away from federal legalization. 5+ years? Wow. Too long. So one problem is the difference in opinion between how cannabis operators in general feel about the health of cannabis business environment compared to cultivators in particular. While over 70% of operators believe the cannabis business's improvement is improving. All right, so the environment is improving. Just 28% of cultivators agree. In the last 6 months, wholesale prices have absolutely plumbed due to oversupply, lack of demand, a lot of other issues, and you can really see in the data the impact it's having. All right, so just know that we need to see it more. We need federal legalization, and there are some things that we can do. All right, so we have some photos of some things that we need you to do in legislation. We need you to get involved. We need you to write your senators. We need you to contact your representatives in your state so that we can get that improved. All right, Mr. Henderson, what do you have for today?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
Santa Claus
had a very shiny nose. All right, brought to you from one of the elves in my workshop, NTH Credit, www.nthcredit.net. They gave me 5 tips to give to you for your credit and your credit profile. Well, somebody wanted a car for Christmas. They put it on their list. So they asked what score is needed to buy a car. A 500 is the minimum. This score would depend on the amount of money being requested. However, some lenders will approve scores as low as 500 if you don't mind getting higher interest rates. You're talking 23%.
23%. You don't want that.
So what you do, you get that car, you refinance that car. After 12 months of paying that payment on time, refinance that car for a lower interest rate and a lower payment.
Right.
That's how you get around that. All right. Tip number 2. Why do you need to repair your credit? Same reason why a person with hair needs to cut their own hair. You could, but why would you want to? You can't see the back of your head. Number 1, you need credit repair to save money on interest, right? Unless you like giving your money away, you want to save that money.
Right.
The higher the score, the lower the interest, the cheaper that product becomes.
That's right.
You want to get lower insurance rate. Yeah, that's fine. You can join with the general and they could double dip your account 2 times. You can sign up with Allstate and let Allstate charge you $700-800 for that car that's 10 years old that you're trying to get insurance on. You want to get a lower insurance rate? Repair that credit. You want to stop paying high security deposits. You're going for an apartment and you see the special outside that says $0 move in, $99 a month rent. They're not talking about you if your score is bad. Now, they're not talking about you because you're going to end up paying the first month's rent, the second month's rent, and the final month's rent, all under the name of security deposits. That one bedroom just costed you $2,000. You want to get a higher credit limit. You already got some credit cards, but guess what? You want to take a vacation. It's Christmas time. You want to buy this special person in your life a special gift, but you can't because your credit card only say you got a $300 limit. When you want a credit limit increase on your credit card, first thing they're going to do is pull your credit report. Feel better about your credit score. You don't want to pull that credit score or go on myfico.com or myidentityiq.com and then you pull up your score and your score say 430. Done. That's messing with your self-esteem.
Yes.
All right. Protect your children's credit score. Now, that's a good one right there. You want financial security that's going to last your generations to come. You want to set your children up. Hey, man, get your score fixed first.
That's right.
The third, what is credit repair? Now, credit repair is the process of fixing poor credit, standing and cleaning up inaccuracies on your credit report. This process aims to restore a poor credit score, which has a lot of crucial benefits. That's number 3.
Okay.
The next tip is what is credit?
You're right.
Get that question a lot. What is credit?
What is credit? Right.
Credit is the ability to borrow money, access goods or services, and use financial means of another party.
Right.
Who wants to go out and buy a Ferrari with their own money?
OPP.
Nah, other people's property. Creditors grant credit based on their confidence in your ability to pay back what you borrow, with interest or charges that may apply. If I lend you $7,000 and I charge you $500 in interest, don't you know it'll work out better for both of our parties? Instead of paying the high interest, you just go ahead and pay back what you have.
Just pay it back.
Pay back what you borrowed. If you borrow $7,000, I charge you $500 in interest. Pay me back $7,000 before the end of 30 days, before the end of 45 days, and we can work out a deal. If you pay me in between cycles, guess what? I can knock off 15 days of interest off that payment. Did you know by paying the extra credit, by paying a little bit extra to your car note, you could actually reduce how long you pay for that car? Let's go to the next tip.
Okay.
What score is needed to buy a house? Many factors are involved to be approved for a mortgage, but you will still need at least a score of 620 to be approved for a traditional home loan. Now, that is a conventional loan, in other words. Now, there are other programs out there that's still available if your score is not a 620.
Right.
But remember, a couple slides ago, we just talked about higher interest.
That's right. So you're going to pay higher interest. You might as well wait and get that credit repaired.
Get that credit fixed.
Yeah.
All right. Those tips was brought to you by NTH Credit, partnership with the Gift of Life Community Home.
That's right.
And yours truly, Santa Claus.
All right. Thank you, Santa Claus. All right, so we got a quick rush. Shouts out to South Oak Cliff for winning the state championship. That's my hometown, y'all. Yes, Oak Cliffian, born and raised. Beckley. All right, so yes, that was my home school. If I wouldn't have went to a magnet school, I would have went to South Oak Cliff.
When I come through
all
there,
right, so
I got
I have
my bulletproof on.
I have all of my friends and family members who had students, their children had went to that actual playoff. So big shouts to Marquita Hamilton and her son for winning that championship game. All right.
Shout out to Santa Claus.
Shouts out. All right. So we have the analysis jurisdiction permitting the adult use of retail facilities experience employment growth. So they're starting to hire everywhere now, right? So get ready, get ready, get ready. The job market is rising. All right. And there's a study on chronic pain in patients, significantly decreased opioid use following initiation of medical cannabis. Y'all don't understand, but those pills over herbs, look at the difference in them. One looks like it was chopped up in a lab and the other looked like it was grown on the farm. Which one would you use? To ask yourself. So the government funded study shows that unprecedented decline in marijuana. So there's some decline, maybe because of some of the synthetics.
But look at what it say, government funded
Government
studies.
funded.
You know, anytime that the government paying for something, they getting the results that's different than everybody else.
Right. If you haven't reached out to take the normal survey, NORML, that is a national organization for the reform of marijuana laws, go ahead and join that membership and do that survey. Missouri, St. Louis lawmakers repeal local marijuana possession laws. And then in New Jersey, regulators approved provisional license for 30 new medical marijuana dispensaries. All right. So the oral THC treatment associated with prolonged survival times in palliative outpatient care patients. Investigators concluded that CBM therapy should be included as the first-line therapy for the patient groups considered due to the significant prolongation of survival time. All right. And European island nation of Malta moves to depenalize marijuana possession. So those under the plan, those 18 years of age or older, will be permitted to possess and grow small quantities of cannabis without penalty. Come on now. All right, so these are your actions. Repeal prohibition. Tell your representative to support the Historic MORE Act. We've been talking about that all season, all year long. Tell President Biden, follow through on your commitment to expunge marijuana records. And then the Senate showdown. Tell your senators to engage in forthcoming legislative efforts. And then on the bipartisan side, expand local government's abilities to expunge marijuana-related criminal records. So we're still taking actions. These are what you can do. All right, so federally, U.S. Supreme Court asked to settle states' conflict on medical marijuana insurance reimbursements. And Vermont police claims of fentanyl-laced marijuana is unfounded. Virginia, what do lawmakers have planned for adult use legalization in 2022? We don't know. In Illinois, incidents of product recalls, lab shopping boost calls for greater regulatory oversight. And then in Ohio, the GOP lawmakers introduced adult use legalization bill. Congratulations, Ohio. All right, we're moving on up. You feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you 30% off discounts. The new enrollees can now participate at the Super Bowl 56 in California, but limited time only. Hurry up. Opportunities won't last long. All right, so go to the www.atlantaacademyofcannabisscience.com and go ahead and fill out your enrollment application, and we'll be contacting you shortly to get your enrollment complete. So shouts out to again, Mr. Dunbar Bay with the NFL Alumni Ambassador. We're now ambassadors partners with their organization. He is a former NFL player for the Atlanta Falcons. So we just want to let you know that LED 360 is coming to the gift of life. We're helping young adults, and we have program information. If you come on out, call us at 1-888-959-2093. They have scholarships available up to $1,500. We want you to go ahead and get this money. It's out here to get, and you deserve it. If you receive any type of government assistance, food stamps, anything else, Medicaid, any WIC, anything like that, you will qualify, okay?
And if those funds can be used to pay for the kids' jerseys,
everything, yes.
Other stuff that would have otherwise costed the parents to play. In those underserved neighborhoods.
That's right.
Those scholarships help to be able to, for the parent to go out
Yes.
to Dick's Sporting Goods
And get what they
somewhere
need.
and purchase what their kid need, even
Yep.
if they cheerleaders,
Yep,
right?
that's right.
Ho, 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 ho.
All right, so what is that, Mr. Henderson? The strain of the
That
day.
looks like Sun Rocks.
That's right.
Dripping resin on a nug to make a sun rock.
All right, we'll give you more information on that. You got to log in and view those details at the holisticcannabisshow.com or go to the Instagram page if you have not liked us.
Because it got that resin.
Look at their resin on it. Yeah. All right, so this is the higher.health. This is the information you need to get your cannabis card from the state of California. So what if I don't live in California, asked a lot of people. The state of California does not require residency, so you can, with the physician approval, obtain a California medical marijuana card regardless of where you live. So those cards are good in all 50 states, all right? So you may get that card there. So here are what you need to do. You need to visit any provider on the list and then below to get started. Create your account, verify your email, complete your profile section, click the schedule an appointment button, follow the prompts, selecting California as your location, schedule and attend the appointments. So that's what you're going to do. And it's higher.health/Dr. Hen. So this is our new website, higher.health.com/Dr. Hen, and you can go ahead and get your medical card. Here's the provider list again. We talked about it earlier. Remember, getnug.com is the one where you're going to pay $39 to get your medical cannabis card. Only $39. All right. So in all 50 states, remember that. All right, so we want to thank you guys for joining us. I shouted out everybody. All shouts out to the Black Community Home, Status Network, through Manifest TV. We thank you for watching, and until next week.
Merry Christmas.
Have a happy holiday.